Thanks for tuning in to Fire Safety with Luke. Today we unfortunately received news of a fire breaking out in Dartmouth High School after a student apparently left his pan unattended in cooking class and a fire broke out. Let's take you down to the scene with firefighter Anthony to explain how this accident happened and how to prevent one in the future.
Hi, thank you for having me. 4 quick things you want to remember in regards to fire safety in the kitchen is first, having a fire extinguisher that is up to date and inspected. You want to make sure that it is also a dry chemical extinguisher. If you have a fire on top of the stove, remember to use a lid. If you have a fire in your oven or in your microwave, leave the doors closed, and in both these situations, call 911 as soon as possible. And lastly, make sure you never use water on a stovetop or oven fire, because this will cause grease to splatter and extend the fire to your kitchen cabinets.
Yes, thank you firefighter Anthony for those tips. I think now we'll all be more prepared if we ever face a situation like this.
And everybody, welcome back to DHS SportsCenter. Today I'm here with linebacker Jason Martin from the Dartmouth football team. Welcome, Jason.
Hi.
So first things first, how long have you been playing football for?
I've actually only played football my high school career. I said my dad, kind of being a football coach, he was always wary, let me play growing up, but I just kind of always loved the game, so I was super excited to start my freshman year.
Yeah, and clearly you started freshman year, and not only you were a linebacker this year, you were actually the punter of the football team this year, which is an excellent accomplishment. Speaking on that, going through your story, your father is the defensive coach. How have you and your father have had a great connection throughout your past 4 years here at Dartmouth High?
I mean, yeah, they said one of the biggest things me and my dad bond over is football. Growing up, we always grew up watching the Patriots together every Sunday. And then when I got to high school, not only were we watching the Patriots on Saturday, it was watching film every night of the week, watching our team, watching the team I was going to play on as the year goes on. And I think our relationship just kind of grew based on our love of football. And, yeah.
How has, also picking up from that, how has he been like, in your lifetime growing up, how has he been like mentoring you growing up in like sports?
He's been great. He's always been the one to kind of push me athletically, even academically too. Growing up, I played baseball, basketball, football, soccer. No matter what the sport was, he would always push me to be my best and push me to work hard in the off season, no matter what sport it was. I said even when he was my Little League coach back playing at Crapo, he would always push me, get better, get in the cages, hit. And then football-wise, always push me to be in the weight room, hit the field, run routes, do everything you can to be the best you can be.
Absolutely. And last year you had your brother who played. You played alongside your brother for about 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
And how have you and your brother had a great connection playing football together?
It's been the best, Like I said, my entire family has a great love for football. So just the fact that I got the chance to play with him and play under my dad, it's just really something special that a lot of people take for granted. And I know I have not, just because even playing with him last year and then playing under my dad, just getting to see them every day and then share something that we are all so passionate about with each other. Like I said, it was like a little film room at home every time, sitting at the dining room table talking about film, watching film, putting it up on the big screen TV. We're all breaking it down. As me and my dad were a little more defensive minded, while Sean, he was our offensive guy, telling us what offenses we're going to throw at us.
Yeah, and you could tell, like, in your family, like, sports is everything. Next year, winter graduated, your brother, who's going to become a freshman, has he thought of playing football here next year?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, it's one of those things where you go through middle school and it's always anticipated that he was going to play. I think he's super excited to play. And like I said, playing backyard football growing up, it's a whole different game once you throw those pads on. And I think he's going to be really excited to kind of take over the legacy next year.
I don't know. I might be more excited for him to come next year.
Yeah, he might be a little more exciting to watch. He's a little bit more of a speedster, offensive guy. He might have some Jackson and Ray in him, or Marcus, but...
Yeah, in the next few years down the road, we'll have to see, though. Moving on from there, you got some awards from the MIAA. You are a D3 All-Star this year, and you are invited to the Shriners Bowl. How has that really really make you feel on that?
It feels great, you know, especially specifically about the Shriners. It's a charity game where the best football players in Massachusetts, regardless of division, are selected to raise money, raise awareness for the Shriners Hospital, which is a nonprofit organization that helps provide health care and medical care to children who need it and are in need. So soon I'll be going around lunches raising money for that, you know, just to donate to those Shriners hospitals, which give back to the community so much.
And Shriners Hospital, and you just said that's a nonprofit charity, and that is a hospital for kids who have illnesses and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
Like cancer, right?
Exactly.
Do you know where that is located?
They have hospitals all over Massachusetts. Specifically, there's one in Boston. I know there's one in Eastern Mass. I'm not sure if there's one down here on the South Coast, but kids from all over travel to those hospitals just to receive the specialized care that they need, and often they unfortunately can't afford. So that's why Shriners is so great, and I'm really honored to be selected to play in the game, not only as a football player, but as a person to be able to give back and, you know, play for something that's bigger than myself.
Absolutely. And moving on from there, you just got nominated for an award. You want to explain that?
Yeah, that is, it's like the New England Football Association Jack Grishold Award, which is just for scholar athletes. I think there were around 26 football players selected this year in the entire state of Massachusetts, and I'm really honored to be selected for it. There's where I'll be honored at a banquet this year later in June, but it's really great just to, you know, receive some recognition for all the hard work I've put in the last 4 years, and it's definitely feels good to, you know, finally get some acknowledgement and rewards for, like I said, the hard work that I've put in.
Yeah, hard work pays off for sure. Moving on from there, Coach White and your team, what are you going to really miss about playing Dartmouth football?
I would just have to say the biggest thing I would miss is playing with all my buds. Like, some of my best friends played football growing up. Some of my best friends I made playing football. Like I said, you really become tight, and it becomes like a family. Like I said, it's a fraternity, and like I said, you can see it every year at the Thanksgiving Day game. You see all the green and white varsity jackets come back and stand in the end zone, and it just shows how tight-knit of a bond we all have. Is it football season is one of the longest sports seasons in the fall, so we're together from August 18th or 19th all the way to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So we really bond over that time. And so we hang out during camp, go through all the hard work that Coach White puts us through.
Yeah.
And we really bond through the pain that we go through together.
Yeah. And you guys, especially talking about bonding, you guys constantly go over people's houses, like do bonfires and whatnot, which is pretty nice for you guys.
Yeah.
It really goes to show, like, you guys have a really great bond together, and that's where you're going to really truly miss. Are we going to see you back next year at some games?
Oh, definitely. Listen, I'm going to try to get back to as many games as I can. I can guarantee I will be here for Thanksgiving, no matter what. But I'm definitely going to try to make as many games as I can, support some of my best friends, journey on the football team, and like I said, just hopefully support them as much as I can.
Yeah, and you really show what Dartmouth High, the school spirit is, and we clearly saw that this season from you. And like, I can tell like you were definitely one of the best linebackers on the team this year, and you really got the whole crowd amped up, especially on those making a bunch of tackles, making a lot of big plays on that defense this year. And you know, what is next for Jason Martin?
Right now, I'm looking towards college. Like I said, I got a few colleges coming out this week. Football-wise, a few NESCAC schools. I'm leaving my options open right now just to decide whether I want to pursue athletically or academically. Just because the next step for me is going to be what's best for my future. And if that's with or without football, either way, I know I'll make the right decision. And I'll be looking forward to the future.
So have you decided like a top 3 college, or?
I would have to say right now, obviously my number one is Tufts. They have a great football program as well as a great university. I plan on pursuing civil engineering in the future. They have one of the best engineering programs in the country. Never mind a great football program in the NESCAC that I would be honored and I'd love to play for.
Yeah, that's excellent. Well, thank you, Jason, for coming on to the show today, and best of luck.
Yep, thank you.